What's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 2/3. You know what? I'm honestly probably going to forget what day we're on at some point in time. So I'm just going to be like, welcome back. I'll number these as I upload them, but I have no idea in my head where I'm at. That's just kind of where I'm at in January 2022. Still writing 21 on papers, everything else. So today we're continuing Dream Board Week, Vision Board Week, whatever you want to call it. Wanted to share a quote that whenever I was doing some research and stuff, I found this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt that said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And that is something that is just so ridiculously true. If you don't believe in your dream, you're not going to get it. You're not going to turn it into a goal. You're not going to be successful, and you're not going to accomplish it. So to get started with today, I want you guys to grab your workbook, grab your list of dreams, everything else from yesterday. So you should, at least at this point, have a more clear idea of what you're working towards. You've got that dream life, dream situation, dream self. You've got all of that kind of written out, figured out, all of that. So what I want you to do is, now that you have this clear picture, we want to decide what our main focus is. What that is for is because then you can avoid shiny object syndrome and, like squirrel, getting distracted, kind of like Doug from Up. And it gives you that ability also to really dedicate attention to specific things. So when we've got all these dreams and we've got all these things that we want to do, it is so easy to jump from thing to thing and get distracted and, go kind of crazy and stuff. But if you want to accomplish any big, scary goals or anything absolutely bigger than you normally would think, or what I like to call are like the year goals. So those are those big, scary goals that you end up breaking down. You need to concentrate and prioritize what is most important. We only have 24 hours in a day. Most of us have less because of work, sleep, our responsibilities. We don't have 30 hours in a day to dedicate. We don't have more than 28 to 31 days in a month. We don't have more than 7 days in a week, and we don't have more than 365 days in a year, except for leap years, but we're ignoring that for this year because it's not a leap year. And that's why it is so important to focus on one thing at a time. Break it down, and you can circle back to it and continue to ask yourself, is what I'm doing getting me closer to my goal? So for example, if your goal is to be healthier, so your dream is to live healthy, your focus is to maybe clean up your diet. If you're doing different things and you're focusing on different areas, is organizing your house necessarily helping you focus on eating healthier? Maybe, but maybe not. So that's where you want to pick a handful of things. I never suggest more than 4 to 5 total things. Now, when you're looking at these big goals, 4 to 5 things sometimes seems like way too much and it seems way too scary. But think about it. We're setting up our year. We're not setting up January. We're setting up 2022. So 4 to 5 things is totally reasonable within 365 days. So there are a handful of categories that I always suggest to start with. And these categories come up later on in our planning when we talk about the life wheel. So what those things look like is our health and fitness, whatever you want that to be, our careers, personal development, fun, family and friends, significant others, our environment, and there's one more. I'm cheating. I'm looking in the back of my workbook. And our finances. I can't believe I forgot that one. So those tend to be the main 8 categories that anybody you talk to is going to say, if you are doing relatively well in those 8 categories, you're doing well in life overall. So you've got this big dream, you've got these big scary goals. What are 4 to 5 areas that maybe you want to focus on? So for me, I actually only listed out 3 because in 2022, I am reaching for big goals. So instead of 4 to 5, I did 3. So number 1 is my health. Because I have PCOS and because there are health issues that run in my family, I always make it a priority to focus on my health and my well-being to prevent anything future down the road. The next thing that I am focusing on is what I like to call my business/social area. That it goes hand in hand with career. So there is a new certification that I want to get within my therapy career, but also I am wanting to grow my YouTube, grow my Instagram, and grow my Jelaine Pazer brand throughout 2022. And then the third one I have listed as wellness, but what that looks like is that's going to be a mix between my personal development and my significant other / relationships. So because of the move, moving is one of the top 5 most stressful things that any couple can go through. So Greg and I have decided that, we are finally settled. We both are in our jobs. Things with the house are pretty good. We are finally in like a new routine, with the exception of these couple boxes back behind me. Everything else in the house is completely unpacked. And we decided that for this year, we're actually really focusing on strengthening our marriage, strengthening our relationship, and just kind of doing like a checkup for ourselves just to make sure that there aren't any cracks that were created from the move. Like I said, moving is one of the top most stressful things that any couple can go through. So it doesn't hurt to check in and have those dedicated times for ourselves. We've got a couple weekend trips planned. We've got a couple weekends where we're actually going to unplug all the electronics and like maybe hang out in the pool and just dedicate time to each other and connecting as a couple. So that's where my wellness, but also hand in hand with the personal development of I'm wanting to grow and learn more about myself, push out of my comfort zone more, and do all that. So for tomorrow, what I want you to do is take everything from question number 1 and focus it down into question number 2. So what are those 4 to 5 areas that you're really wanting to focus on? And tomorrow, we're going to take it even further. So I'll see you guys for tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
I'm ready to start over. Take the